Of the May 19, 2025 meeting of Greenville Board of Public Works and Safety to order, 5:30 PM. Roll call, please, Amanda.
Mr. Hoover.
Here.
Mr. Colvin.
Here.
Mr. Rutherford.
Here.
Thank you.
Our minutes of our last meeting of May 5, 2025 have been distributed to members of the board. Any corrections, additions, or deletions from staff? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve as presented?
So moved.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Ms. Vest, you're first up tonight. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good.
Good. All right. Let's see. Since I have so many things to take in front of you tonight, it's all organized.
First, we're going to talk about UKG.
Yes. So we already have implemented the UKG Chrono system, which is utilized by payroll to do timekeeping. With that program, they also have an additional HR side, which has training portals that we can utilize just so we are in compliance with harassment.
This call will be recorded.
And such. So we went through the entire library of things that they offer, and it's really extenuous. Like there are so many things that we can even use for like field people and stuff like that and training. So we were asking to go ahead and add the HR side to it so we can implement these trainings, as well as there's a special leave side of it for HR too, that we would like to utilize for checks and balances to make sure that when folks use an FMLA leave, that if they ask for it again, that the original one is tracked appropriately and we know where we've left off and how much more they might have because we rolled backwards from the 12-month period prior. So if that makes sense.
Okay.
We don't do it on a calendar here, so.
So just trying to make certain what we are approving. There seems to be a few different options. Is it all the options that are shown there?
So yeah, so we're doing the HR side of it with the learning and the leave as well. And this will also allow for me to be able to have reporting that is accurate for OSHA. Currently now we kind of piecemeal what's in Chronos, which it works fine, but being able to create our own OSHA reports based upon the criteria in which we need instead of picking and choosing is a lot more efficient and for time management as well.
And the professional services fee, we're doing that as well.
Yeah, so the fees we are incurring the fees on this. I was, however, able to get an additional 20%. I think it was, Greg, was it 20% discount that so I actually was able to get a lower cost for the city to implement this program.
Questions from the best?
Sounds good. I'd move for approval. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. And we're going to do for the job descriptions, that's community relations.
Yes, so for the community relations and marketing strategists, we have went ahead and made some updates to this job description to better fit the need for the community relations and marketing strategist position. So we went through the entire job description. I sat down with Ty. We went through the types of things that he does versus, things that may have been done by the previous person. So this job description just really needed updated since it's been several years since we've had updated it.
I'd move for approval. I'll second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And then Resolution 2504, repeal and replace light duty policy.
Correct. We would like to repeal the previous light duty policy to make it a temporary modified duty policy. And this is basically taking the old policy, taking out some of the stuff that doesn't apply to us at this time, and also making it more clear and cut as far as what the responsibilities of the department heads are, as far as delineating if we have some modified duty assignments that we can give to people that maybe they can come back to work but not in their full capacity. and if they have duties that they can do that fall within the restrictions from the provider, both on workers' comp and on short-term disability, then we can go ahead and bring them in to do partake in some modified work. It also describes how the folks on workers' compensation, since they're work comp related incidents, injuries or illnesses, those would take a precedence over someone on a short-term disability leave per se. So we just kind of cleaned it up and put it to exactly what we needed, created a 90-day maximum light duty term.
Are there any employees that are under the prior policy that this would affect currently?
So as far as workers' compensation, we do have one right now. And then.
But that will take effect, that's take precedence anyway, right?
Correct. I mean, they're going to take precedence anyway. And then as far as the days, it's always been 90 days anyway. So it's not really going to affect anyone as far as days is concerned. I'm not sure with the police department's lexical if theirs was in conjunction with ours, but this is going to be for everyone. So I'll have to take it to the storm board, the airport board, as well as the park board. So we've got to get all the boards covered, but this is going to be for all of our employees across the board and all departments.
Okay. Further questions for Lisa? Is there a motion?
Yes. Second.
Resolution 2504, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Lisa.
Anybody else having trouble down?
It's really slow.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to Chief. Hey, Chief.
Hey, good evening, Board. Jamie Marshall, Fire Chief. Here this evening to request approval of resolution 25-05, authorized donation of surplus property to Needham Community Volunteer Fire Department. We have a stair chair that is utilized for folks who are having issues with, essentially, they're having mobility issues, but we're able to get them down the stairs by using one of these stair chairs. Currently, the stair chair is not being utilized by the department. It is certainly outdated for our department, but it will be something that Needham came to us and was in need of that. And it's, for us, it's not being utilized, so I'm asking for approval to donate that to their fire department.
Needham needs.
Needham needs it.
Any other questions for Chief?
I move that we approve the request. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy Weathers.
Good evening, Board. Randy Webb, Sanitation Superintendent, here before you this evening to request the award of contract for the Nell Sewer Abandonment Project, SLB Pipeline Solutions. They were the lowest responsible bidder. The price of their bid was $827,000, $827,030.
There's somebody we know, Randy?
I'm sorry.
Are they somebody we know you worked with?
Somebody HWC has worked with in the past, and that's the engineer on record for this project.
I move that we approve the request and award it to the low bidder. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Thanks,
passes.
Board.
Thanks, Randy. Sean Cofer, Canal. Sean, are you with us online?
Yes, sir. I sure am.
Yeah, there we go. Tell us what we're doing for President South Business Center.
All right. Well, this project's been done for about 3 years now. This is the project that's on the corner of Main Street and Commerce Parkway East. We finished out the duration of our maintenance bonds, had those checked about a month ago, and make sure everything was still in order. And so this is a request to release those maintenance bonds.
Paul, everything's good?
Everything's good.
I'll move we acknowledge the street and sidewalk improvements are still in satisfactory condition and release the maintenance guarantees for those.
I'll second that.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Rachel Fields for 642 Cheney Avenue.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
So this was an expansion for the parking lot out there. We had to add some trailer parking out there. That's been completed, so we're now requesting the release for the performance guarantees.
All unconditional approval?
All good,
Recommended?
and no maintenance guarantees are required. They're all private.
I move for approval. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
Now let's talk to the Kinley Horn folks for the Worsfield development at the Unicorp area.
Hi, good evening. Nathan Barr, Kinmore. We are seeking acceptance of our performance guarantees, inspection and testing agreements, and our final plat.
Well, looks like they have a couple
Yeah, there's a
minor
couple.
conditions.
Yeah, the performance guarantees, they accidentally pulled the wrong number from our takeoff sheets. They had the actual maintenance guarantee dollar amount, so they're having those revised.
Correct.
And then the plat has a few minor comments left to address, but yeah, they're definitely working with us to try to get it resolved.
So it's recommended a motion for approval, subject to receipt of revised performance guarantees and revised final plat. I'll second that. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Greg Winter from Lennar. Greg, are you with us online?
I am. Can everybody hear me?
We can, thank you. Lincoln
Thank
Place.
you. Good evening, everybody. I'm Greg Benter with Lennar Homes. I'm here for Lincoln Place, the acceptance of improvements, maintenance guarantees, performance guarantees, and acceptance and execution of final plat.
And on this one, there's 3 conditions shown, but the inspection testing fees were paid about mid-afternoon. And so the memo didn't get revised, but B and C are taken care of. We're working with them on the Mylar and digital as-bills. We're sort of waiting for them to get all the improvements done to Pushville and Emerson Avenue and get them all combined together. So we put that as a condition, but everything's good, really.
Okay. Greg, is that okay? I mean, you understand that we've still got some work to do on the Mylar and digitals?
Paul, what did you need from us again?
No, Mylar and digital as-bills.
Mylar and digital.
Well, we're gonna let you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would-
Okay.
we-
Yeah. Well, okay. Paul Todd had told me he dropped those off last week, but I'll touch base with him and I'll give you a call.
Yeah.
So you're saying all we need to get you is the Mylar and digital as-builds.
Yes, correct. Yeah, we can talk tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
I would move that we approve the request subject to then working with the staff to get their final documents. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Takes care of Lincoln Place, Greg. Now we're gonna talk to Grand Vista.
Yes, this is Grand Vista Section 2. We have some Griffith Road improvements that we need to get done, and this is our request for a road closure.
Oh, I didn't see a memo. on
Well,
this.
no, I didn't do a memo. I was hoping there'd be a visual, but I printed some out for you.
It'll be there. It's just-
Oh, there it is. But still, this might be there. You can see it. Thanks. They're developing Grand Vista, which is at the northwest corner of Griffith Road and Worsfield Road. And for section 2, they're being required to do roadway improvements on Griffith Road across their entire frontage, which is basically from Billingsley Road down to Worsville Road. And they're requesting to close the roadway to get this done, similar to what they did to Pushville Road over the last 45 days to rebuild it completely. And then Greg, you can go from there on the days when you're thinking.
Let me pull that up. That was it's gonna take me a second to pull it up. I'm sorry. I had
Is it a full closure?
Yeah, they're asking for.
Yeah, it was 47 days. Let me pull it up real quick. I think it started the 22nd of July and then 47 days after that.
Not very.
No, it's not.
What's that little subdivision off to the?
That's theirs.
That's theirs. That's Grand Vista.
Going to the, it's not developed.
Right.
They've got section 1 in, they're working on section 2. And they're putting an entrance out onto Griffith Road with section 2. So they'll be doing all those roadways.
Yeah, and this would be from 7/7/25 to 8/22/45. That's 47 calendar days.
Your recommendation? And obviously this normal stuff, public service, and
Right, they've got to provide access, yes, definitely.
detours, whatever.
Yeah, which the detour route to engineering seems to be a good route. And this, again, isn't a heavily traveled roadway.
Schools will be notified.
Yeah, we'll make sure that
Public service.
Lennar notifies everybody properly. Again, this is similar to what they did to Pushville Road for Lincoln Place.
Yes, and we do, Paul, I still have that sheet that you and I sat down with on who to call and who to inform. We have all that stuff.
Right.
It's actually pretty quick.
Further questions?
I move that we approve the request for the dates as presented.
And then we may put in I think on these, we do put in some kind of a,
Incentive clause for.
yes, but if they don't get it back open by a certain date, that they're charged us so much money per day. I think we've been saying like $500.
500 a day. And
We've
yeah,
had conversations where not that's enough, but
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
I would make that part of my motion. Anything above the 47 days would be charged a $500 a day penalty unless petitioner comes before the board
right.
and has just cause.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Greg. Have a good rest of
Thank
your.
You too. Thank you.
Now, Andy Cash. Andy, are you with us online?
Yeah, this is Peter. Richard's on the phone.
Okay. What are we doing here?
Richard, can you a little bit brief them for them? Richard?
Sir, I can't quite hear you.
One second, Richard.
I'm not sure what you're saying, or if we're hearing everything correctly.
This the Chin Church?
Yes, it's over on 135, just north of Fry Road.
Yeah, Richard said he had been muted.
So this is an encroachment request.
It's an encroachment request for landscaping along the north
Yes.
side of their property. And they've sent out all the proper notifications and everything. As far as staff goes, it all looks good to us. We've had no response from any utility, so we're assuming that they're okay with it. So per the memo, we just have the 4 conditions that are shown with the encroachment agreement, and then
Questions for Paul, maybe, or anything else? What are the 4 conditions? was a typical condition?
It's the encroachment agreement needs to be prepared by the legal department and executed by the property owner and then the board of works and then recorded by the property owner. But if there's any disruption of the flow of stormwater, that they would have to correct that problem if it would be created by this. And then should work within an easement be necessary by any of the utilities or the city, the property owner shall be responsible for removal or replacements of trees and shrubbery at their sole expense. And the property owner further holds harmless utilities in the city for any damage to said trees and shrubbery. And then finally, that 811 is notified prior to installing any of the encroachments.
Okay.
And that was sent to them today.
And you haven't heard anything?
I had not heard anything back from them, but the memo was sent to them.
Ready for the motion?
Yes.
I'll move for approval subject to those conditions.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you.
David McCann from Duke Energy.
Hey, yes, this is Stephen Franklin. I'm the PM on this project. Can you guys hear me? All right.
McCann here.
Awesome. All righty. Yep. So I'm the PM for this project. So we're looking to get about an 8-hour road closure for the Smith Valley Bridge. Right now we're looking that to be in the time frame of July 7th to July 11th that week. We'd be willing to work with you to start after 9 o'clock after rush hour there for the road closure. This is going to be for our contract crews to pull new wire over Smith Valley Road and take the old out safely. I think they have to do that 8 times that day to get all the wire pulled. And I mentioned to Paul earlier, we can give a better date with rain and stuff like that about mid-June on an exact date of when we would be looking to take this closure. But right now we're looking at that week,
So
one
you
day in
think-
that week.
Steven, you think it'll just take you 8 hours once you get
Yes, sir.
started?
Yep, just 8 hours, and that should be plenty. Honestly, we should probably do it a little less, but we'll say 8 hours, and if we get it done sooner, we can open up sooner. So,
And it's something you can start as late as 9 o'clock at night?
9 o'clock in the morning after rush
9
hour.
o'clock in the morning. So-
Yeah,
Yep.
after morning
After
rush,
rush hour.
we were thinking, yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, if you approve it, I would say maybe just coordinate with the engineering to make sure everybody's on the same page before it happens.
Are these lines running along the railroad?
Yes, David, you may want to explain more, but yeah, Duke is replacing a lot of infrastructure on the railroad tracks. I think it's from Franklin through Greenwood, and I don't know how far north it goes, but yeah.
How would that affect our pending bridge project replacement?
Actually, this helps us by them doing this project, that they're getting out the poles out of the way, that we're in conflict, actually.
That's my
Yeah.
whole point. We wait on these guys for every project we do, and they take their time. So, make sure that we,
No, this is
they
actually,
do it right this time. We don't have to, for a bridge project.
yeah, hopefully they'll be
That'd be
way
nice.
ahead of us, yes.
Yeah, so I guess to elaborate on that, this section of this is for the bridge rebuild. So part of this is moving our poles away from the bridge to give you guys room. So that is this piece of that project. That's correct.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep.
I would move that we approve the request.
Subject to normal detour routes.
Yeah, I was gonna
Coordination with
mention,
engineering department.
they've given us a detour out, but I think we'd like to look at it because, of course, we know semis come through Smith Valley all the time. So, yeah, we need to make sure we pick a route that's good for them also. So, yeah.
Is there a second?
I'll say it.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Going on in Smith Valley today, closing down half of it at a time.
We're at, and now,
Just before, west of the bridge area.
really?
Yeah. I couldn't tell what they're doing, but I thought it was, they had automatic, didn't have somebody out there flagging, but had automatic flagging.
Okay.
Arm comes down.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right, the whole thing last night, we.
Yeah, the party.
That party went. Turn around.
Anyone from the audience wish to address us? Either here or online? Hearing nothing, we'll go on to Mr. Hodgson.
I have nothing.
Thank you. Paul, from your office?
We have first one is an encroachment request at 1286 Osprey Way for a fence. We recommend approval with the 5 conditions that we put down. And the memo was sent to the petitioner this afternoon. I assume that they received it. You want me to read the conditions, or do you have them?
Is anyone here to address this, to talk about the Osprey Way encroachment request? We've all seen it, so is there a motion to approve? It's on the docket, isn't it?
Yep, so moved.
Yeah.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Okay, Sandstone Apartments.
Sandstone Apartments Phase 2. This is up on the north end of Meridian Street, just south of County Line Road. They have a Phase 2 that they're practically completed with, but we received non-renewal letters from the bank stating that they weren't going to renew the current letters of credit as of June 14th. A lot of the work is complete. However, there are some punch list items they need to do in the right of way. We thought we were moving along well about a month ago, then all of a sudden it seemed like things stopped. These letters of credit expire on June 14th, so we don't want to be caught without having the work completed and accepted. So we're recommending authorizing the staff to start the drawdown process if we can't get them to move forward here in the next few weeks.
Next couple of weeks. actually.
Yeah.
So you suggested, or somebody suggested, that if the non-renewal notices are not rescinded by June 2, to move forward with it.
Well, we'll make them aware of this. We notified them that if they didn't respond within a timely manner, that we were going to be doing this, drawing down. So.
Okay.
Where is this sandstone?
It's on the west side of, north of Meridian, Old Meridian, right just south of County Line.
Sandstone Apartments have been there for years,
Yeah.
but they added about, I think it was 6 buildings maybe.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Take what they were.
I'll move for approval with those, condition that if not renewed notices are not rescinded by June 2, that you move forward with the drawdown.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Market Plaza Phase 1 project right outside our back door here. This is a change order number 3. It's for $3,532.07, and it was for additional erosion control measures that staff felt were needed toward the late end of the construction season last year. It was for additional straw blanket to try to keep the erosion to a minimum during the winter. They were supposed to put in sod, but it got too late, so they wanted to protect the soil somehow. So this change order is for that. So we're asking for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then the final item is just authorizing staff to prepare a sanitary sewer service special agreement for Lone Pine Farm Section 3. For approval.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Greg?
Good evening, Greg Wright, City Controller. Got one item we're walking on this evening that I emailed everybody. The ratification of an agreement with Exos IT for our network rebuilding project. The funding was approved through an additional appropriation by council late last month. The deputy mayor went ahead and signed the agreement as we wanted to get it underway since we've had significant IT problems going on. So this will be for ratification by the board of that decision.
Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Anyone else wish to address this? Do you folks have anything that you want to bring before us?
They're here for council.
Okay. We thought maybe.
Got
we
it
were
early.
before.
Hello.
Sorry, you have to bear with it through us. Okay.
I'll move for approval.
Hello, this is John Thomas. Can you hear me?
Yep. Who is this?
John Thomas with SLB Pipe Solutions.
Okay.
I missed the readout there for the Nell Sewer abandonment. Who did you guys award the project to?
To you,
Yeah,
to your firm.
$827,000 worth.
Yes, sir.
We got
Awesome. Thank you.
sure thing.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thank you. Now,
Well, I was so riveted. I'll move for approval of the claims as they were presented.
I'll second.
further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And if nothing else to come before us, we'll stand adjourned at 6:00 p.m.